Hi guys, it's ASBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Now the successor to the OnePlus 5T, the OnePlus 6, is due, and I know I've done quite a few videos on it, but you seem to be loving it, so I've got more information today regarding that individual release, and it involves the fact that OnePlus are now going to allow you to make your own decision whether you want to have the notch or not on the OnePlus 6. We've got some good news and some bad news, which we'll get to. So without further ado, let's get to all the latest information regarding the very, very popular upcoming smartphone. So let's go. First of all, before we start, are you a notch hater or a notch lover? Let me know below. It seems that it's a very big talking point on a lot of these videos, yes or no for the notch. After my video on the OnePlus 6 versus the Xiaomi Mi 7, which I will leave linked here if you are interested, a lot of you guys were asking me about the Huawei P20 as well, so I am going to be doing a OnePlus 6 versus the Huawei P20, as the P20 has basically been released, and we know pretty much everything there is to know about the OnePlus 6 up to now, so I'm going to be doing that video very, very soon as well. So if you are interested in that, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that when I post that video, you will be notified. So without further ado, let's just delve straight into the actual news of the day for the OnePlus 6. All the furor, is that a word? The talk, the chat, we'll say chat, all the chat around the OnePlus 6 is, of course, and many other Android phones as well, is this use of the notch. And for you guys that are just sick of it, this might be music to your ears. So according to the OnePlus CEO Pete Lau, I think that's how you pronounce it. I apologise, Pete, if I got that wrong. Apparently, OnePlus originally, when they were designing the OnePlus 6 with the notch, they didn't want to give people the option to dip out of it and use a non-notch version. But of course, on the Huawei P20, you can use a software feature which allows you to turn the status bar black and therefore completely cut out the notch. And like I said, apparently OnePlus didn't want to do this with the OnePlus 6, but after a lot of backlash regarding the latest design leaks, etc. apparently they are going to come up with the same function, the same software tweak that will allow you to do it on the OnePlus 6. So you can have that top bezel hiding the rest of your status bar. If you want to, it will be completely black. And of course, because it's an AMOLED screen, the black part of the screen will completely pretty much blend in with that notch. So it should look pretty much like there's nothing there at all. So the quote from OnePlus is that this software will allow you to blacken out the notification status bar. And that is the good news. We've now got some bad news. And the bad news is this feature, this software function, will not be available on the release of the OnePlus 6. It will be a firmware update to the device after. It will be a firmware update after the release, so it's somewhere down the line. How and when, nobody knows at this moment in time. But what I want to know from you guys is this a function that you think should be paramount and that should be available for you, the consumer, straight from the box? Should you have to wait when you're parting with your hard-earned cash? Should you have to wait for a firmware update in order to get something that you want on your device? As always, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. As far as I see it, this news comes in two main areas, a good point and a bad point. The good point is the fact that it clearly shows that OnePlus as a company do actually listen to the consumer feedback, and they felt the backlash of this notch idea, this notch design, and they are doing something about it. The bad news is the fact that it's not going to be available for release, and in my opinion, that's not the best way to bring a new device. But again, if you guys want to embrace the notch, which they want you to do, the famous quote that's going to be famous anyway, it seems, in the community, learn to love the notch, that's what they want you to do. Can you do it? Well, if you can't, of course, the software to get rid of it will, of course, be there. So that's pretty much it, guys. Like I said, let me know all of your opinions and thoughts in the comment section below. Have a chat between yourselves, because there seems to be some absolutely smoking conversations going through on the last few videos. And that is, of course, what we want to see on this channel. We are a growing community every single day. The growth has been absolutely incredible, and it's a pleasure to be a part of all this conversation about the wonderful world of tech. Like and share if you did enjoy this video and found it helpful. Subscribe and hit that little notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video, and I'll see you in the next one. Say ASBYT, peace out.